Hey, Nathan Weinberg here from Inside Google and Inside Microsoft of the Blog News channel. Just Google it, you'll find it. So, if you're a regular reader, you know that I kind of screwed up my hand putting it through a window a few days ago, so can't really type. So we're going to try doing all the blogging by video. I usually do, on a good day, 20 posts. On a bad day, 3 or 4. So we're talking a lot of blogging, and I'm not going to spend a week doing nothing. So what I've done is I've hooked up my laptop to the TV. See what we can do, have a little fun here. It's a very nice TV. Anyway, let's get started. Okay. So last week, Google launched Hot Trends. See, normally Google puts out this thing called the Zeitgeist, which is a fun, fancy German word for something, and it tells you what's not really what's popular. Google's got a different way of looking at what's popular, but it gives you an idea of what people are searching for on Google. But it's kind of a weekly thing or a monthly thing, and you know, it's people want to know what's going on right now. So they've kind of taken all that and put it with its Google Trends service, and we get something called Google Hot Trends. Shows you the fasting rising search terms of today, along with the context in all of Google's search to learn about what actually is going on. This way you can see what's popular, and since you're not popular, you'll know what actually is. You'll actually be able to click and see who this American Idol person is, since maybe you didn't waste 80 hours of your life watching the show. Okay? So here's John Battel's blog. He's talking about it. He's got the press release. Duncan Riley at TechCrunch also wrote about it. He says his headline is funny. It's "Legless Chihuahuas Prove Google Hot Trends Not So Hot." Basically, what he's pointing at is that Google's way of showing popular stuff isn't to show the most popular things, because the most popular things tend to be the most popular things tomorrow too. In fact, one of the most popular search terms on Google is Yahoo. And to have that at the top of the list just makes everyone look silly. So what Google does instead so that you don't see the typical front runners like Paris Hilton or Britney Spears or people asking, why am I obsessed with this crap? Instead, you see the things that are significantly more popular today than they were yesterday. It's the hottest rising stars of the internet. Basically, it works the same way as Google's Zeitgeist used to work. The difference is, now we're seeing stuff more up to the minute, so you know exactly what's going on, and you get to look at the context, which is very important. So, it's a great idea. I think people are going to have fun with it. Here it is. You get to it by going to google.com/trends/hot trends. That should work. If not, go to Inside Google, and after this video there'll be a link to it. I loaded this yesterday, so let's reload it. Okay, what's popular? Cindy Sheehan is popular again? Could have fooled me, but according to Google, she is. Maybe I haven't watched the news this morning yet. Lots of other stuff. Apparently the Miss USA, Miss Universe pageant is important right now. People apparently like Miss Brazil in particular. A lot of Miss America stuff. That's amazing. Charles Nelson Riley died yesterday. Yes, or over the weekend. Something like that. So, there you go. Contact lens solution recall. Better worry about that one. Okay. Point is, go check out Google Hot Trends. You'll know what's popular today. Right up to the minute. This is a giant list. We're talking 100 search terms right here. And you can click on any one of them and get a page like this, which shows you search volume graphed over time, related searches, the peak. Apparently this search in particular peaked 11 hours ago. Most people are interested in Los Angeles and New York. News articles, so you know actually why this person is popular, because they've been in the news. Why everyone likes Miss Korea. And some web results, which apparently aren't down here. And a little explanation from Google what's going on. Anyway, so that's Google Hot Trends. Go check it out. See if you find this interesting. Got it. Okay, let's move on now. So Google is still working on TV ads. Taking the fact that they're such a leader in ads online and little text ads with the links. You've seen them. You've spent billions of dollars on them, and now they want to get into ads on TVs, just commercials between shows. They're doing a pilot of it, and they're asking advertisers to come and show up. This is Adverblog talking about it, and here's the page. TV advertising just got easier with Google TV ads. So, if you're an advertiser, you might want to check this out. If not, maybe you're just obsessed with Google like me and you're on this page too. Basically, Google's saying that it can offer more relevant ads than the typical spit them out and hope to God you make a sale TV ads of right now. Google will figure out who you are and what you're thinking and deliver more relevant ads, directing them at the viewers who actually are interested in them, so that companies aren't buying ads for demographics that really just couldn't care about what they have to say. So this is a trial program. There's a very googly picture of a TV here because everyone still has rabbit ears. So google.com/AdWords/TV ads. So this is for people who are going to spend tens of thousands of dollars on ads on television. Looking back to the publisher side, Google is also working on video ads for publishers. So we're talking about in-stream video ads. Right now they're testing it out with a small group of AdSense publishers. The basic idea is that websites are delivering video now, not just like you're seeing with this ad, posting a YouTube ad on your blog, but also people actually delivering through their own flash players their own ads. And Google wants to enable those people to make some money. So the idea is that this is an AdSense program. The publishers get to use their own flash player. They're not using YouTube or Google Video or even some other company that Google wants to crush and destroy. They're using their own player, which they can do whatever they want and make look whatever they like, but they're able to stick in their own ads within it. And these ads are skippable by the user, so if they suck, you can just skip them and go right on to listening to guys like me blather. But the main thing is that Google is splitting the money between itself and the publisher. So it's another way for video people to make some money. You put your own video on your own site, you make money, you split a little bit of it with Google, and profit. Okay, so this is AdOats talking about it. Got a little more at CNET. Publishers can select which videos to monetize, track the performance of their ads, see where the money is working, see which things are working, and ads could be 30 seconds, they could be shorter. This is the third pilot test Google's doing. They're ironing out the kinks, getting it right. So, you get the idea. Okay. Moving on, also AdSense, also video, but a little different. Right now, Google lets you put ads on your site, and this everyone can get into. The previous one is a pilot program. If it's successful, it'll be rolled out to more people. This is just regular Google video ads. Basically, publishers have an option of putting a slot like this in their sites, but while this is a text ad, and you've also seen the image ads, you can also have video ads, which are just like this. You'll see one in a second. And the point is that previously the video ads only came in square shapes. Now Google is bringing out some more shapes. And okay, so here's what a regular Google video ad would look like. This is a squarish shape, widescreen TV. Maybe it's a little wider, but you get the idea. The point is that publishers had the option of putting these video ads in their sites, and now with the new shapes, they can put even more of them. And here's some examples. These are the old ad formats. These are these square shapes, 200 by 200, 250 by 250. You get the idea. These are the previous ones. I've got these running on my own sites. I mean, you've probably seen these. These are the newer ones. They're a little different. The previous ones, they look like typical video players because they're the same shape as typical video players. You got a play button, progress bars, volume, just typical stuff. The difference with the new ones is because they're much skinnier. They just look like an image ad with a nice pretty picture of flowers like every ad. And the difference being that this little play button right here in the corner. Hit the play button, the ad appears to expand a little, progress bar over here, flying over a moon. Okay. So Google's made a little bit of a curious decision here to have the video. Even though the ad format is now this wide format, Google is not playing the video in the ad. It actually pops out this thing on the side of the ad that plays the video with the full controls, even if they are really small. You know, they're not normally the size of my entire hand. They're going to be very tiny. We're talking 90 pixels tall. Nothing. And all of them will, of course, contain buses jumping over moons, because Google has mandated that. Not seriously. My point being, it's a very curious decision to have the ads outside of the ad format, actually playing the video over here, but it does work. It means that the ads can maintain their proportions even while the ad unit is of a very strange size. The ad can still be standard video proportions. You'll see the same thing, I guess, with one of these. This one actually pops up over the ad, and that one does too. Okay, so we've had fun with that. Philip also talks about it at Google Blogoscope. The new formats are 728 by 90, 120 by 600, and 160 by 600. You saw them all right there on the previous page. Philip explains that to display video ads on your site, you need to make sure you enable video ads for the supported formats. Meaning, basically, when you make your ad format, you get a choice between text or text and images, and images also includes video. So that's all you got to do to get them on your sites. You know, you put them on, you're going to start seeing the video ads, you're going to start seeing the buses jumping over the moon, and you're going to go, why is the bus jumping over the moon? Are the children going to get killed? This is very important stuff. Got it? Okay, enjoy it. The other thing is also, last thing AdSense related, I believe, that we've got here, is Google is running some surveys for publishers. They're asking AdSense publishers to participate in an AdSense satisfaction survey, where they ask you a bunch of questions like, what percentage comes from the following sources of advertising? And you answer where you're getting your money from. Like maybe you're getting your money from AdSense, other ad programs that compete with AdSense, drug dealing, whatever works for you. Point is, you fill out this survey and you get a chance to win one of those tiny little iPod shuffles that are roughly the size of your fingernail. And but they're really cute. They have a clip. They're so amazing. So point is, fill out the survey. 4 AdSense users per billing country will be randomly selected by June 15th to win this free iPod shuffle, apparently in a very googly bot. Okay, let's move on. Gmail has doubled the attachment size from 10 megabytes to 20 megabytes. That means that when you want to send porn or illegal MP3 files or just, you know, actual work documents, you can send them from Gmail and they can be considerably bigger. You won't have to worry about zipping them. Each attachment can be up to 20 megabytes, previously 10 megabytes. And Google's kind of nice about it. They kind of let you go a little over it. So, you know, if it's 20 and a half megabytes, you're probably going to get to send it through. So now you can send lots of nice, big, wonderful files, you know. There's Google Blog. That was Google operating system. This is Google Blogoscope talking about it. And they point out the same things. The main thing is, one thing you should know is that Gmail is now up to 2,856 megabytes of storage, closing in on 3 gigs, which is, for free email, is amazing. Yahoo has unlimited at this point. It's nice to know that Gmail's closing in on 3. Yahoo's got a ton. Microsoft's Windows Live Mail also has 2 gigs. Plenty of room for keeping stupid emails from when you were 12 years old. Moving on. Reports last week that Google was buying FeedBurner. FeedBurner is this pretty great service where you, basically every website, my website, most modern websites have an RSS feed where you can subscribe to updates. But you're basically just spitting that feed out, and every person, in some cases almost every person that subscribes to it, is hitting that feed many times per day, and you're not really getting any data on it. So what you do instead is you point it at FeedBurner. People subscribe to your feed through FeedBurner, and you get statistics on it. You don't have to serve it up a million times, so you're not wasting your own website traffic. And it's a great service, and it looks like Google bought it for $100 million. they bought it not because it's a great service, but because tons of people are running their RSS feeds through it. We're talking holy grail information. Google loves information. Google is getting data statistics on RSS usage. They're getting lots of publisher stuff going right through them. It's a very valuable thing, and you can see exactly why they would spend so much money on it. It's a very popular service. In fact, we're looking over at Hitwise's blog. They're talking about Google and FeedBurner had very strong growth over the last year, or even over the last few months. Google released months ago a new version of Google Reader, and while the first version didn't really take off with people, the new version is enormously popular, and some people are saying it's becoming very quickly the most popular way to read RSS feeds right now. And you can check that out at google.com/reader. I think Google Reader is amazing. I don't really use it because of performance issues in my favorite browser, Opera. And Opera is my favorite browser because I can do this. You can't see it, but while you're reading the browser, I've got all the tabs loaded up on my laptop. We're talking 4 columns of tabs. You can't do this very well in any other browser. Stretch the tabs off onto a second screen, and that really allows me to have a lot more fun with what we're doing right now. Okay, anyway, getting back to this, here's a graph showing US internet visits. The blue line is Google Reader, which, as you can see, kind of shows up around October 2006 and shoots up enormously, especially at the beginning of this year. This is just from mid-January, late January, early February of this year. An enormous increase in usage. And the red line is FeedBurner, not quite a spike like that, but FeedBurner has been steadily growing, showing that it is a strong, healthy service. And Google took a look at it and said, here's $100 million, let's have fun. So Google's picking up a very popular service, one with an enormous amount of very useful information they can use. FeedBurner also has an advertising network, and Google being primarily money-wise an advertising company, this is something very valuable for them to use. Steve Rubel, hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, at Micro Persuasion talks about the fact that Technorati released a new version last week, which looks really great and is a lot more useful. A lot of people have really been praising it, but he's also saying that blog search is dead and Google killed it. Basically, Google's blog search is very popular these days. There was a report recently that for at least some period of time, Google blog search had pulled ahead of Technorati, which has been doing blog search for a very long time and been very popular, but Google pulled ahead of them because their blog search is, well, frankly, it's on google.com in that little more drop-down box, which is advertising enough for any service, but also just that Google's been doing it very simply, very straightforward, give you the results and get the hell out, and it's hurting Technorati a lot. Google picked up FeedBurner and Technorati, kind of two major leaders in the whole blog space. Google picked up FeedBurner, and Technorati is going to have a really hard time struggling with Google blog search doing so well, and maybe Google taking FeedBurner and doing some really cool stuff there. Google also updated Google Analytics recently, and they might integrate FeedBurner into that to give people statistics on their RSS feeds straight from Google Analytics, and that would be great. I haven't actually heard straight up full confirmation that the FeedBurner sale is completed, but it looks like very solid information. And finally, some people aren't very happy with the sale, which has a headline that just says, Google is buying FeedBurner, this is pure evil. Can't really give the thumbs up with this thumb. That's the one that went through the window. You got to see the stitches, by the way. And I think this is the last story we're doing. Basically, here we have Search Engine Roundtable is talking about Memorial Day logos at search engines. And, you know, Memorial Day was yesterday, big special day. Ask.com ran this little eagle with a flag and a thing around it logo. Just to, you know, commemorate the fact that it was Memorial Day. Search Engine Roundtable itself did the same thing. You might have seen that at the top, the flag, and what looks like the Founding Fathers sitting around at a table, which doesn't make any sense, actually. Isn't Memorial Day Okay, whatever. We can remember them too. So basically, some people ran some logos. As pointed out by Donna Bogatin at ZDNet, though, Yahoo and Google ran nothing. So they ran this. Is it really important? Well, a year ago people were complaining that Google didn't run anything on Memorial Day then either. Is it really that important? Do we really care that much if Google is running? I mean, were the soldiers on the battlefield going, we may be dying, but hey, at least some company is going to change their logo for one day to include a kind of a little flag on it? I don't think they really cared that much. But we're going to be really happy because I've got animated flag to make everyone happy. Okay? So we're cool now. That's great. Okay. I guess we're done here. Hopefully helps fill in some people on some stuff. I'm going to try to put out these videos as many times as possible, get in a lot of stories so we're not missing too much while I'm healing from my stupid accident. And I hope you enjoyed this. Give me some feedback. Let me know what I should be doing different, if I'm enormously boring, if maybe you don't like the whole TV thing. Let me know. Have a nice day. This is Tuesday, May 29th, and I'm Nathan Weinberg. See ya.